Hi Virgo, this is going to be your art channeled message. I channel messages through art, creativity. I really hope my messages inspire you to see the art within yourself, to be yourself, because we all start from zero. We all start from a blank canvas. So no one's journey, no one's abilities, no one's anything really is exactly the same, just like art. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I'm really feeling the lighting right now, and I feel like it really brings out the sun with the candle underneath it. It's perfect right now, so I think I'm just gonna leave it where it's a little bit dim, but you can still see everything. And, oh yeah, personal readings are always found in the description box or information on personal readings. And there's no rules here, so if this finds you it's meant for you, you can binge watch them. Watch old ones, watch what's recommended to you, because even if the message isn't literally for you, there's always an underlying meaning, just like art. You just gotta look closely. Are you missing anything? Okay, what I started drawing was a shield. And the first thing that came to me was a bulletproof vest. Something is unable to get to you. Something is unable to penetrate. I was also hearing the song Bulletproof as well. This time I'll be bulletproof. And even bulletproof, the way she sings it in that song, is drawn out. Just that one lyric lasts for about 3 or 4 seconds. The chest seems to be important here. Covering your chest, something crucial about that area or protecting that area. Beneath the exterior there, you obviously have your lungs and your heart, and for some of you, you have a history or a track record of heart problems, maybe even breathing issues. And I'm seeing this time I'll be bulletproof means you're taking the necessary precautions, potentially even diet changes, to ensure you're on the right track and it's working. It's exactly like a bulletproof vest because it can protect you. It can delay a bullet, but not all the time. Not after it's been damaged. Not if you don't try to protect yourself first. It's kind of like a secondary. Does that make sense? It's there to protect you. What's another example of that? For some reason I'm thinking of generator and electricity. That's your backup. But would you want to use a generator if you have electric already? No. It's kind of just there, just in case. So be wary of trying to mask issues for the time being. Be wary of that kind of thinking, oh, I'm already on medication that takes care of this. I don't need to eat healthy. I don't need to implement changes. Does that make sense? Even if that's not your exact scenario, this applies in so many different ways. Oh, I'm protected, I don't need to do this, when you really should as well in combination with it. I'm also getting this I can't be hurt again this time feeling from this. I heard shots fired as well, and it's shots fired at this location, I'm gonna need backup. But the backup is you. You're protecting yourself, I think. I also wanted to mention I started your reading already, but I didn't start it. It was only 30 seconds to a minute. And I don't know why. This rarely happens, and I only start over when things are articulating. See? It's happening again. So I started over because I felt guided to. And the first card that came out was the Devil. The Devil. And I was getting this in 2 ways. It's you can't hurt me anymore. This could apply to a person. Someone's trying to hurt you the same way as before, but you're not that same person. But I'm also seeing that as health, bad habits, really bad habits, or habits that could lead to something eventually if you don't nip it in the bud. Okay. I don't know if I want to get cards first. Maybe not. Ooh, I'm even seeing that the comparison I did with like the health related, like your heart, the chest area. It's almost like that's also a metaphor for the heart. It's like you need to take precautions to protect your heart. The bulletproof vest or your shield is just there just in case or when it's really, really needed. So before you get yourself into, like, I want to say sticky situations, like the devil, like I'm trapped, I can't get out, try to maybe look for red flags or guard your heart in a good way. Like, guard your heart until it feels like you can trust it or trust their energy. I'm still getting that thing about backup. Like, we need backup over here. Like how cops talking to the walkie-talkie and stuff. Ooh, so maybe that's you, Virgo. You're like, I'm gonna need backup. I actually can't handle this on my own. I actually can't protect myself. I need that was weird. Selves. You need like a group or something. 10 of Pentacles. I'm seeing a lot of support here from family. It's like a ride or die feel. Not with a relationship, not with like romantic love, but with family. Family is always there through thick and thin. I feel like someone has an amazing support system, an amazing family to lean on. It's almost like if you're in trouble, we're all in trouble. Or if you need somebody, we'll all help. And for some reason I'm getting that it was this episode of Reba. I really love that show, even though it's kind of old. But it was the episode where Barbara Jean, I think, wanted to go on a diet. And they're like, we'll do it with you. You don't have to do this alone. And all of a sudden she went from really sad and down and discouraged to, oh my God, we're a team. We're all doing this together. So it feels like this. This could apply in a health sense, but also in, like, if you're having trouble in any other areas of your life. It's like you are literally supported a lot. It's almost, it doesn't even matter if they don't need help or if they don't need to do it. They'll just tag along to make you feel like you have a buddy or you have a person that's doing the same thing. Could even be a diet buddy. I don't know. 3 of Swords. The chest. Guarding your heart, guarding the chest area. Why do you think that is? These swords are plunging through the heart. That heart needs help. So it's like your family's trying to protect your heart or spare your heart from someone else or something. And I was literally getting, there's a past issue. I literally said, matters of the heart. I'm even seeing heart issues or heart problems running your family. You just found that out, or this is news to you, and now you're trying to take the necessary precautions. You're trying to be careful because you didn't know this information before, or you just got like wind of it, and it's kind of scary. It's weird. Or like, I didn't know this ran in the family. What? Also, if you suspect, what do they call that? Heart murmurs, or like you feel like something might be wrong. I'm not saying there is, but if you ever feel like there is something wrong with your health, immediately do something about it. Maybe this is a bit of a PSA or a message for you in that department as well. Like, listen to your health, listen to your body, listen to your heart. Something feels wrong, listen to it. If someone feels wrong, guard yourself. Just a lot of protection around the heart. Emperor. I'm really drawn to the red here. A lot about red. Red is the love color. Red, it also resembles like the ego, anger to me. It's also defensiveness. Oh, I'm even seeing the shield symbolizes defensiveness. Constantly being on defense. The star. I'm seeing someone's very defensive about their health, their heart health. And then his whole body is in red. It's really weird how the cards always make sense with what I channeled. Like, everything. Ace of Wands. There's a change. Ooh. There's a change here. Okay, I'm just going to do that as an extra. Bottom of the deck. Temperance. Moderation. Maybe eating meat in moderation. Almost said cutting back in moderation. Just keeping things balanced. Like, doesn't mean you can't have fun and let loose sometimes, but you're also trying to keep yourself in check. I really like this. And it's also the spark of energy. Like, you have more energy than you did before. You have more willpower, more confidence to end all these old habits and behaviors. I don't know how to explain this, but I said he was being defensive about his health, or maybe people are telling him stuff he doesn't want to hear. With the Emperor, it's like, I have it under control. I can do it myself. I don't need your help. I don't need your help. I don't need a partner. I don't need a buddy. I feel like that also applies, like, with the heart here, not letting it in. Like, maybe not letting people help you, not letting people empathize with you. That's what this feels like too. Grief. She's holding that the dog is dead, essentially. And the whole card is green. Seeing this represents like healthy eating veggies, eating green. It's almost like someone needs help, or like someone fears that someone is going to, if they don't stop something. This reminds me of the reading I did like 2 weeks ago, where it was the star came out in reversed, so I took it. And it was all about like a sick family member. It was a very complex reading, but this kind of reminds me of it. Someone had a health scare, or someone had a near-death experience, which inspired them. It's like, see how he has all these clothes on? It's like, that symbolizes him letting go of his old self. There's still, it's like layers and layers of clothes, layers and layers of like shields. But this is way different. Stick of cards falling on the floor. We have Fox, which is also red. Foxes, phoenixes are reborn from the ashes, from the dead, almost, essentially. So it's like you were grieving something. It's like when a fox dies, or when a phoenix dies, for a second you're like, oh my god, that's so sad, they died. But then Harry saw him arise from the ashes as a baby, as a new life, as a new start, and he was like, oh, okay, everything's fine. So I think that's what's kind of happening here. And I don't know, like, I've never done this before with like the cards where I'm looking at one color. It's like we start with this, which is kind of bad, and then over here we end with this man wearing red clothes walking away. It's like, and scene. I have so much more energy now. I found a balance. I'm no longer, it's like fear. Walking on eggshells. I feel like someone had a scare. It was like a very like intense journey, or an intense like healing journey. And I'm thinking too how in the Chamber of Secrets, Fox came with the hat that contained the Sword of Gryffindor, and that's what Harry used to fight back, because he had nothing, he had nobody. Remember what I said in the beginning? Having nobody, like, I compared with that show Reba. She wanted a diet partner, and they're like, okay, we'll do this as a group. You don't have to do this alone. So maybe that's important somehow. And he left him a sword. And he plunged it into the, not to be graphic, but he plunged it into the basilisk's head. So it's like that represents the end of something. Nothing's attacking your heart anymore. No one's attacking your heart anymore. Ooh, I'm even seeing the Emperor as ego. Someone always trying to tear you down with their ego. Someone only operates from ego. They can't see past it. It's like two different energies. Like, to me, this is very lighthearted and beautiful, and this is very, it's like, don't talk to me, don't touch me. No one's getting it. I'm wearing like 5 layers of clothing because it's cold in here. Just kidding. No, but really. This wasn't one of those messages where it's concrete, straightforward. I feel like I'm getting like many different things. I think moral of the story here is it's okay to accept help. Help is on the way. Support is on the way. You could even be dealing with a situation where it's like, if you're going through it, I'm going through it. That's what it feels like. Like you're not alone at all. And red, there's so much emphasis on the color red. It's like you're a phoenix right now. Phoenix is usually like Scorpio, death. And we even got the grief card. Almost feels like a fear of dying, but you're not dying. You're being reborn in like all areas. This is weird. It's like, it's health, it's love, it's family. Like, so much is shown here. Okay, guys, I hope that made sense. I took a bit of a break, so I'm trying to like get back into the routine of things. Please like, subscribe, support the channel any way you can. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, stay healthy. Seek help. The 3 H's. Healthy, heart, and health. Bye.